Good evening. The last part of the letter to the Magnesians. We're getting a bit concerned about Ignatius now, aren't we? Are sort of not happy about some of his views and the way he talks about Judaism, the way he's becoming very exclusive in his Christianity, saying that we're right and everyone else is wrong. We've praised his idea of unity in that all Christians should work together and be the same. But at the same time, we've seen the real potential for creating conflict within the Christian sect, which of course does happen later. It's kept on happening over the years, and it has resulted in terrible violence at some certain times. Let's see how he gets out of it, though, shall we? May I have joy in you in every respect, if, that is, I am worthy. For even though I am in chains, I cannot be compared to one of you who is at liberty. I know that you are not conceited, for you have Jesus Christ within you. Moreover, I know that when I praise you, you feel ashamed, as it is written, "The righteous is his own accuser." There is good in Ignatius, in spite of my real concerns about the last couple of paragraphs. That is actually quite comforting. It does show that he recognises self-analysis, self-judgment, if you like, and that he's trying to be humble. Be eager, therefore, to be affirmed. Be eager, therefore, to be firmly grounded in the precepts of the Lord and the Apostles, in order that in whatever you do you may prosper, physically and spiritually, in faith and love, in the Son and in the Father and in the Spirit, in the beginning and at the end, together with your most distinguished bishop and that beautifully woven spiritual crown which is your presbytery, and the godly deacons. Be subject to the bishop and to one another, as Jesus Christ in the flesh was to the Father, and as the apostles were to Christ and to the Father, that there might be unity both physically and spiritually. He says it, doesn't he? He finally says it. And I've lost the bit. Here we are. In the Son and the Father and in the Spirit. He finally says it. He gives us the Holy Trinity, the 3 in 1, the 1 in 3, and it explains perhaps why he is so obsessed with unity. Not just the togetherness of the church, but the unity, the one. Knowing as I do that you are full of God, I have only briefly exhorted you. Remember me in your prayers, in order that I might reach God. Remember also the church in Syria, of which I am not worthy to be called a member. For I need your united prayer and love in God, that the church in Syria might be judged worthy of being refreshed by the dew of your fervent prayers. Pray for me, for I am a sinner, is what he's saying. He's also saying, the church is represented by its leadership, by the bishop, the council of the presbyters, and the deacons, and they act on behalf of the church, the whole of the worshipping community, and the whole of the worshipping community is in them. The Ephesians greet you from Smyrna, from where I am writing you. Writing to you, I suspect, would be better English. They, like you, I hear in the... I'm going to start that paragraph again. The Ephesians greet you from Smyrna, from where I am writing to you. They, like you, are here for the glory of God, and have refreshed me in every respect, together with Polycarp, bishop of the Smyrnians. All of the other churches also greet you in honour of Christ. Farewell and godly harmony to you who possess the undivided Spirit, which is Jesus Christ. A slightly shorter, slightly different bye-bye, so long, thanks for all the fish, to last time. he's including other churches. He's saying you are at one with these other congregations dotted around the countryside. Things are slightly different then to what they are now. The bishop, there was every church, every community, every worshipping community had a bishop. So the bishop was known to all. How many people can say they've met their diocesan bishop and are on first name terms with him or her? Yeah, very, very few people. That was the norm for the early church, that you would have a church set up there, and they'd have their bishop, they would have their council of presbyters, and they would have their deacons. Half a mile, or slightly more than half a mile, say 2 miles down the road, in the next parish, they would have their bishop, they would have their council of presbyters, they would have their deacons, and so on. Bishop was tied to a specific church, not to a geographical area. Slightly troubling the Magnesians. We've had this threefold order put forward quite forcefully. We've had what looks like anti-Semitic thought going on there, which it needs to be resolved, and if it can be, that's not for now. That is perhaps for one of you to go off and look at, make a video and put it on YouTube, and we'll all watch it. I can think of somebody who might not see this video but could be pointed towards it and perhaps ought to help me out on this one, because I'm struggling. We have seen the Son, the Father and the Holy Spirit, and all this without the aid of the bombastic presbyter of Carthage. Good old Tertullian. We've got the letter to the Trallians, which has a short introduction beginning Ignatius, who is also called. And we'll move on to that next week. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.